And now do you go for the hood rat flat? Do you go for the trap?
Queen 10 suited aces. So off his stack size, this is one where you definitely could see it. At the same token, right? We said the pay jumps
He
are
does.
big.
Oh my God, no.
And like she looked like sheepish about it. That was also a little bizarre, right? You would think you'd be like, you know, super excited.
I'm the man. Yeah, like I'm the woman. Yeah, I got this.
So,
yeah, there's so many red flags and alarm bells going off on the hand, which is why I like originally.
Yeah,
it just seemed like a no-brainer that she was cheating, but like the more I look into it, I just don't think so, man. And I'm obviously, like I said, I'm not going to be shocked if stuff does come out that she did, but I don't know, man. It's such a bizarre hand. I think it's one of the craziest hands we've ever seen, if not the craziest hand ever.
Yeah, you know, and again, I don't want to like, I think Ria Ho made a really good point today. I saw her tweet about it. Like, it's just like, it's important though. People who don't understand poker that have some voice are talking about it. It's not, you know, men, women, this type of thing. And it's just like, let's see what happens. I think they're diving into it. They're looking more into it. I think it's too important to make like a really strong stance. As you said, you've already fluctuated a bit. I fluctuated a bit on the percentage chance, I think, where it is. And, you know, it's just important to get the things right. Defamation of character, all kinds of stuff going on there. So I think it's just important to let it play out. And, you know, I see what happens. But as of now, I think, I said innocent until proven guilty. It's sort of like, got to see what happens and see how it plays out. But yeah, let's focus on this today. Just had to cover. Of course, it's hot news. It's an exciting, crazy situation with a lot of big names involved. And it's definitely a talk of the poker world. But today we are focusing on the Super Millions, and we are going to dive into the action here as we see sevens, Jack Queen, and 9-10 suited. So
wow, is Jack Queen checking this again? Is Jack Queen checking this again? So this is I would say this is maybe the number one difference, because, you know, I'm mainly a low stakes, mid stakes guy. And I would say that's the number one thing that I notice, especially when you see the whole cards face up. But just when you talk about the difference between the nosebleeds and mid stakes, like you see a lot of stuff like this. Like you're just never going to see Queen Jack check it twice, you know, on a Queen high board where, I mean, there's some coordination obviously with the turn card coming in. But I mean, I think, like I said, that's the number one thing I've noticed between low stakes and the high stakes is a lot more careful, trappy checks like this. And you know, obviously the skill level at this table is through the roof, so there's a lot of good reason for it.
Yeah, this is interesting. 9-10 suited as the board runs off. Probably not too worried about a I'd be curious. I mean, 4.4 million, 500 in it's an important pop, but are you trying to take a stab? These both have, wow, he does go pot. I was thinking if you get a bluff, gotta bluff,
pots it
big. And man,
and now Queen Jack, what do you do?
He has a heart. It doesn't make a ton of sense. You would think that a heart draw might be betting, but I guess he could have a random 5. You're really not repping that much. And Victor's been known to make great plays, great calls. I just don't know if you can play Jack Queen this passively, get to the river, and then let the chip leader take a pot size shove or pot size stab at it. Very curious what he does here. It's not an easy spot for sure. Huge pot, chip lead implications. You think he finds it?
I think he's gonna call. I think he's gonna call. I do. I mean, like you said, I think if you play a hand this passive, you kind of have to have a plan of showing up on the river. But obviously, he's not just betting into you; he's betting into 2 players. So I mean, this is a spicy bluff. I love it. You love to see it as a spectator.
Yeah, I think you're right. Although it is such a critical moment. It's such a critical pot.
Yes.
And wow.
Oh my goodness.
Sick hand.
A cool 357,000 for first. And how ace queen and diamonds play here.
Yeah, this is exciting to see. I think we often just see the limp. Now, the thing is with the stack size, though, a vulnerable one, you don't really want to let your opponent be able to check back off that stack size. So generally 20 plus blinds or so, you're going to see a lot of balance and just kind of a full limp strategy here. I like the 3x and look at this. Arts are going to get rewarded.
10 high flop.
And high flop. This is a unfortunate situation for Victor, who had such a premium hand. Ace queen, man. I was talking about this hand. I called it 2.7 from Negreanu back in the day. Said that so much. He's lost money with ace queen. It just seems like ahead. We saw it ahead, dominating, doesn't work out. Here we see it ahead, going post flop. it's not working out. It's a tricky hand. It's just hard
It
to
is.
like get the great value from it. You can end up playing a big pot and be dominated, but then, you expect more, right? You expect it to hold up. You expect it to do more when it's ahead. And again, I've only been playing poker 20 years, but my history is it just seems to never really pan out. I don't know. Maybe am
It's
I
not just you,
biased in
man.
that?
It's not just you. It's not just you.
But it doesn't make sense. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm talking about when you're ahead too,
Yeah,
It
no,
just
it's true. I got knocked out of back-to-back Venoms with Ace Queen a couple years back. That's
yeah, but I guess it's also you remember,
Yeah.
you remember the ones that stand out more. But I don't know. My whole thing is it's it just sort of resonates with me.
Wow, and look
Yeah.
at this. Jack on the river if Malinowski shoves here. Artur. No, he does. He does check it. And I would imagine now does 8-10 of spades check here? Show it down. I would imagine he does. I would imagine just want to take this one down. I mean, what's really going to call you anyways in this spot?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a check back, but I mean, I can't. I don't know. I think I'm convinced Archer's just playing a lot of tables today. This seems pretty standard. He's got 500K. If somehow he's behind, he called twice. Does he really suss out? Is he going for? I don't think he's trying to bluff this stack off like a better hand. I just think you just got to check back. But wow, I mean, that's
Wow, and he gets the call. He gets the ace high hero call, the snap ace high hero call. Who's putting on a bunch of draws and straight draws and flush draws? My goodness. What do we know, Jeff? What do we know? Ooh, and look at this. Big hand alert. Aces in the big blind, short stack. See how this develops here. And now do you go for the hood rat flat? Do you go for the trap?
Queen 10 suited aces. So off his stack size, this is one where you definitely could see it. At the same token, right? We said the pay jumps are,
He does.
big.
Oh my God, no. No, and this is the problem with that. This is the problem with it. Sometimes you allow your opponent to flop a flush and he has the ace of spades. So obviously one way or another, we're going to see this get in. And aces is going to need to hit a spade that's not the 9 of spades. Queen 10 of spades. Oh my goodness, what a setup. What a cooler. My goodness. Can't imagine anything but a check raise here from aces on this board.
I mean, look at the, I mean, still got plenty of equity. It's a lot of spades. It's 118-1. That's the odds for you to flop a flush. He flops a flush with actually a straight flush draw. So the 9 of spades would be no good. Aces in a world of hurt after the trap is set and goes for the check raise. And here, Victor, yeah, this is a welcoming sight, right? Get check raised here. Although you realize your hand still could be vulnerable. So let's see. These guys, oftentimes you will see the players set traps and play accordingly. But again, sometimes the board can just change a lot and you're so high up in the range. He does decide to take one off. He still has the best hand. Doesn't have the nuts, but effectively, right? It feels like the nuts, if your opponent did flop the king high or the ace high flush, would they check raise you? They're probably not with the ICM stuff. You let him bluff. So I think he can very comfortably deduce he has the best hand. There's a chance he figures his opponent has a low flush, right? Maybe he did flop like 5-6 of spades, something like that. But again, off that stack size, not going to be a lot of low peels. Look at this. Here we go. Going to be a quick
my
all
goodness. Will we see a spade on the river?
Let's see. The sweat is here. What do you think? You can see 86% favorite to the river. The slow peel, please. It is pink and it's red.
Oh, Queen of Hearts.
Finding his form. Victor, Artur, and I would lie to you. This has been a treat to watch. Happy to have you guys here. Hope you're enjoying as well. Welcome to hit that thumbs up. Michael Loncar joins us today. We are going to play to a winner. And hello. Flopping houses out here.
Wow, 9-10. Flopping the open ender. And yeah, good game to Ramiro. 8th place for 65K. Everyone now guaranteed 83,000, playing for 357K on a Tuesday. And no spice on the turn. No 8 ball, no king ball to give 9-10 the straight. And yet another massive cooler to Malinowski. See if he decides to bet again or check it back.
Yeah, 9-10 in a world of hurt.
Oh,
baby.
The check back. I'm going to check it back and let my opponent get there with the straight. Get some more chips on another
Wow.
cooler, back-to-back coolers going to Malinowski, going to Team Loncar. You love to see it, Jeff.
He is got the stone cold nuts. Now goes for the
Ah.
168. What does Victor come up with? I mean, what a situation here. And this is I just a matter of, does he go like 600? Does he
I
go
was
for
gonna say,
it all?
I think I like a 550, 500 type of raise. Like,
Yeah, I think he's gonna go 640. That's just what I feel. But I think you're right. I think it's good to go. Not all of it, right? What hands you really getting called by for all of it here? You block a lot. You got the stone cold nuts. 9-10 is what you're really hoping for. That's definitely a possibility. There's
but he goes a little more, even a little more. 7-12. He gets the snap call. Max value yet again. Malinowski. Now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the giveaway. We're gonna queue it up here, guys. Remember, you're eligible if you hit the thumbs up and you type in the keyword. I had a first ever issue with the keyword where, wow.
Look at this flop.
Hold on.
Open-ended straight flush draw versus the nut flush draw. There will be violence.
Crazy equity, because actually a 9-7 suited block. Whoa.
Oh my God, no way.
Call a doctor.
Oh my goodness.
Roman is going to need one after this. I mean, do you know do you know
at the final table? Stop this.
I was just going to say the equities though.
Goodness, the nut flush versus the straight flush. The absolute dream, the absolute nightmare. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a highlight reel.
Wow.
YouTube, Instagram, get ready. Oh my God, and it doesn't pair the board. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness. Good game, Roman. I mean, this is just such a brutal way to go out.
He checks it over.
He checks it. Hopefully my opponent bets. Oh my goodness.
Imagine Archer bets and doesn't go all in and he just call. I mean, you're not even like, if you're in the moment, you're not even looking at it. You're just like, I have the nut flush. I don't care. Like, you're not even considering this.
If he doesn't go broke here, he is a god. Okay, he just ships it in. Oh my goodness. GG, Roman. Brutal.
Wow. Absolute savage hand, man. Archer, the guy, I'm telling you, I've seen him run well. He's great. He's a tough cookie.
The pot bet on the river is what makes me think he's gonna call. I think if he goes like half pot, 2/3 pot, it's fine to save. I think there's less of a chance to see the call because the pot seems more bluffy. And that's something to talk about when you're bluffing. I think smaller sizing of bluffs work more often and you're risking less. So for those of you watching today, put that in the mental notepad.
Very, very cool hand. There's been some big hands today. That was definitely one, and an important one, putting him really into the mix, almost tied for second there. So we're gonna let this go. You guys got to hit the thumbs up, type GGPoker and your username. And once we hit 300 thumbs up, I will go ahead and we'll stop the madness and let it run. But guys, appreciate you being here. Appreciate Michael taking the time today to be with us. And we will be picking a winner for the giveaway. We'll be seeing a winner for 357,000. And we will put another GG Super Millions in the books every Tuesday, 2:45 Eastern. Set your alarm, set your calendars, record it. There's all kinds of YouTube features, right? You can like save, you can download, you can count it down, you can do stuff. So we'll see you here every Tuesday, 2:45. And right now we are watching Archer do his thing with King 5. Pretty good board. A lot of money in the middle here. Pablo Silva, Queen 9 suited, has a 9. It's not enough. And I think Archer, he may go for the jugular. Why not, right? This is pretty clean board.
Pablo going into the time bank, aware of some Queen Jack 10 bluffs that are out there.
Yeah, he has a queen, which is not a great card to have, but he doesn't have a diamond, and he just saw Victor do it. Hey, look what I can do. Victor made a hero call. This is similar situation, but would be a different result if he clicked call. And Pablo, these are what the world-class guys do. This guy's had a tough final table, but he's four-handed. He does make the call. Can't quite suss out. Can't blame him.
Pocket 10s limping in, trying to set the trap for Malinowski to ship it in. 13.5 behind. Right. And instead, a nice, a decent flop for Queen 7.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Hard to make a pair, and he is in a bad spot. The 7-5 ace turn deuce brings that back towards spade draw. The 10s in the lead relatively comfortably with the action, right? Would think that many aces would be
Yeah.
surfing it in. So this is a spot where you get to kind of value bet, and if you're Victor, you can't really fault Keelan here or playing another street as he has a 7. And let's see, would I lie to you? Does he 328 big bet gets called, does no improvement for Victor, and now 10s on the river. Again, a lot of these players so aware of what's happening, what their opponent's ranges are capped at, and 10s here certainly could go for it, the full shove.
I expect the shove. And Queen 7 going to be in the blunder if he does see the all in from the small blind. 10's confident that the big blind doesn't have an ace because of the check back, but that is not not the best river, but the coordination there. But now Queen 7 is in that tough spot. Do I call? Do I get the double? Do I fold, move on? Not a fun spot to be in for Malinowski.
No, it does have the queen of spades. I think that works against him a bit, right? On the continued sort of bluffs. But man, blind on blind, this is a great play from Would I Lie to You. Makes sense, all right. He can sort of rule out that there's any ace. So that makes it looks like a phenomenal spot, but it's definitely a good spot and pretty safe card, the 6 on the river overall. And Victor, man, he's in he does.
Oh wow. Second time we've seen that big hero call on the river go wrong. Malinowski, 3rd place for $219,000. Well done, man.
Yeah.
You're putting the thoughts in your head of your opponent, maybe I'm 3-betting light here, but in reality, you got some hands. That's nice. Ooh, and a spicy 3-bet with the king 4 off. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is this? 3-bet the king 4 flop, the trips. Unfortunately for him, Artur doesn't have a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Would I lie to you? Love and life right now. And what do we want to, what is our, what do we want to see here on the turn? 8 ball? Oh, how about the 9 ball? My goodness. Oh my goodness. What a turn card for Would I Lie to You.
Yeah, and Artur, I mean, again, he's beating a 7 now, and he's also beating the draws, but the 7, it's like kind of hard to have a 4, right? And you hit this is an insane run out, but if you're Artur, you just, he goes for it all and gonna get snapped off and gonna need a pretty miraculous run out. Would have to hit the running 9 on the river to be it, which would be a little too much to take.
I thought that was it. I thought that was the 9 of diamonds right there. Oh my goodness. But Jeff invited me to come on today and commentate with him, and I snap called as fast as I clicked the I'm there, Jeff. And again, thanks for having me, man. GG.
Yeah.
I got a lot of friends that live outside the United States that not only play on America's Card, they also love GG as well for a good reason.
Yeah, no, it's we were talking about this earlier. There's just so many great series. Obviously, the World Series just took place, but there's so many big events live and online all over the world. Poker is booming, and great to see so many people that love poker in the chat here, guys. Appreciate you guys coming in every week. And we can't shout out everyone, but we do see some familiar faces, and you guys are amazing to be here. And we hope you're enjoying this high level final table. Definitely not short of action. The highlights on this one, I feel like I say it every week, but this has been a ridiculous one, and pretty big hands here. I mean, got a flush draw and a nut flush draw, second nut flush draw, but this could get spicy. This could get real spicy. Artur, does he put it on the line here? Does he ever semi bluff the 8-6, but he doesn't have a blocker to the straight? And I don't know, man. He's not, it looks like he's not loving the situation, right? It's kind of like you really peel.
Kind of like the fold, really.
Yeah,
like the fold here. Just get away. But he does call on king 5 of hearts. Says, oh wait, river's the second nut flush.
Does Artur ever have?
I was gonna say, can we see Artur do some craziness right here? We could definitely, you could see a case for a shove and just go for it here.
Or some sort of bet, not all in, like 1.9 or 2.5 or something like big. But I say that a lot of these players that, so he does
right on cue. Jeff's dialed in too.
does take that option, and it's not going to work. He's going to get met with the all in as he's got the second nuts. I think after seeing that straight flush earlier, maybe you're checking for all. Do I have the actual second nuts? Is there straight flushes around? But this is a big spot with the second nut flush, and certainly got to believe what I lied to you is going to go ahead and rip it in. Of course, it's heads up poker. This isn't 8-handed, you know, with the spot. It's all in and quick fold coming from Artur, who just stepped into it. But I think that's another important lesson. Players that are drawing and calling, they have a plan.
And this could be it. I was gonna say this could be it. Sixes limps. He's gonna call. And he's gonna be a nice 70% favorite to win this thing right here, right now.
Well, big start. 84% going to a turn. Quick. The turns are quick. The rivers are slow. Do we have a champion right here? Would I lie to you? It is not an ace. It's a 6, just in case. It is a W for the man, and a $100 ticket is coming to our friend Gutek 140, who wins the $100 giveaway.